There goes the Iceman to the ring.
And what's it? He's got a bag of cookies.
That's what he had here last week. That was real disgusting in my bringing Oreo cookies out there. I thought it was very, very degrading. Now look at the Iceman out there. Savannah Jack has just seen Iceman Parsons and his bag of Oreo cookies. Boyette's a veteran. Right hand buried to the midsection. Now Boyette's trying to take over on Savannah Jack as the referees once again are having to restrain the Iceman.
Good leapfrog.
Oh, good grief, what a super kick. Boyette was almost beheaded with that super kick.
See how quickly the pace and things can change.
I also saw how quick that Iceman left the ring area with his Oreo cookies. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Universal Wrestling Federation. You've just seen some footage of the Iceman taunting Savannah Jack here last week on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jim Ross. Thank you very much for being with us. We've got a tremendous hour in store for you. It's going to be headlined by the television championship battle. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. The heat is on because Missy Hyatt has said that he will bring the television title home or else. So Eddie Gilbert is at the crossroads on this particular hour. He will challenge Savannah Jack for the television championship. You're also going to see a tremendous, what we think will be a tremendous scientific matchup. The tag team champions Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams will take on Ted DiBiase and Sam Houston in this hour of UWF Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, a major incident has occurred between General Skandar Akbar's Devastation Incorporated and the Freebird family. We'll talk a little bit about that in the hour, and we'll have a full report on that situation right here next week on the Universal Wrestling Federation. You're also going to see the sensational rookie Steve Cox in the hour, Chavo Guerrero in the missing link in tag team action. A lot more action that we'll be telling you about, in addition to some national dates in many of the great cities around this land of ours. Right now, let's go down to Mike Wilson in our first event.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Waco, Texas, to 225 pounds, Sam Houston. Also introducing from Omaha, Nebraska, 260 pounds, Ted DiBiase.
The introduction of Ted DiBiase and Sam Houston will see the appearance of Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams momentarily. Also in this hour, we'll be telling you about the new UWF Training Center. And for you gentlemen that would like to get involved in professional wrestling, get your paper and pencil handy, because later in the hour, we'll tell you all about the revolutionary Universal Wrestling Federation Training Center. We'll have that in the hour. We'll also hear something from Dr. Des Steve Williams as the tag team champions of the Universal Wrestling Federation enter the ring.
And now introducing the current UWF Tag Team Champions from England at 233 pounds, gentleman Chris Adams. And from Vero Beach, Florida at 232 pounds, Terry Taylor. This match, one fall or 10-minute time limit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this should be a great one here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Thank you very much for being with us. And we've got big news for the fans in Southern California. This Wednesday night in San Bernardino at the arena. This Friday night in the historic Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. 1 week from tonight in Irvine at the University of California at Irvine Bren Event Center. The bell sounds, and we'll tell you more about some other dates coming to the Midwest in the hour. It'll be Terry Taylor and Sam Houston starting it off for their respective teams. Pinning predicament by Sam Houston. Taylor kicks out. High cross body by Terry Taylor. What a collision between those two superbly conditioned athletes. And what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is, I think, very clearly four of the top competitors in the world of professional wrestling today. Chris Adams and Terry Taylor comprising the Universal Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. They're a tremendous team. Many people have said they are the team of the future. Perhaps Ted DiBiase and Sam Houston will have something to say about that. It's an interesting situation here. We all know Ted DiBiase, a good friend of Terry Taylor. But they're both great competitors as DiBiase holds on, Taylor trying to free himself. But the master tactician, Ted DiBiase, holding on. I'll be talking with Ted about his world tour here next week on the program. Fireman's carry takeover by Terry Taylor. The tag was made. Gentleman Chris Adams comes in. They're working on the arm of Ted DiBiase. These four men are friends, but they're also professional athletes. This is how they earn their living. And they are competing here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Great move, athletic move by Chris Adams, and a drop kick to Ted DiBiase, and a second one. Lateral press, the leg is cradled, count of one. Inside cradle by DiBiase, and Adams kicks out. The action is so quick and so rapid. This is great competition. And where else but the Universal Wrestling Federation where you see athletes like Chris Adams and Ted DiBiase in the ring competing with each other. This is a main event caliber match, and we're bringing it to you right here on this great television station. Thank you very much for being with us. The tag was made. Sam Houston comes in using the second ropes for a little bit of leverage. The arm is barred. This match one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Great offensive maneuver there by Sam Houston, and now Houston with a wrist lock on Chris Adams. We'll have that information on the training center. The UWF Training Center, a first of its kind, sanctioned by a major wrestling federation. So get your paper and pencil handy for that announcement. We'll also see the Iceman coming in the hour. Terry Taylor staying loose, staying very attentive in this match. This is a non-title match, but a very important matchup here on national television. Universal Wrestling Federation now airing in over 100 cities in the United States. Houston trying to go for that takeover, and there is one way to, more than one way to skin a cat, as they say down in Waco, Texas, where Sam's from. Reversal by Adams, and Chris Adams shows his wrestling expertise. And another drop kick. And Houston almost went through that rope, and Adams, the tag was made. Started saying, I thought Adams had hurt himself there. Football tackle by Ted DiBiase, former West Texas State athlete, and now Adams reverses Ted DiBiase, which doesn't happen too often. And now DiBiase countering gentleman Chris Adams, pinning predicament, both men rapidly back up to their feet. And now Adams tagging in Terry Taylor. This is a match I personally have, this particular matchup, wanted to see for quite some time. Terry Taylor and Ted DiBiase, two of the great scientific athletes, scientific wrestling athletes in the sport. Two men that have been tag team partners on many, many occasions. Of course, Ted DiBiase, with what has seemed to become an obsession, winning the UWF Heavyweight Championship. DiBiase went to the well, it was dry, and Taylor capitalized on that tactical error on DiBiase's part with a perfectly executed neck breaker. And now a body slam. Terry Taylor showing his offense. The knee drop right to the head, and that is a tough offensive maneuver. The leg is cradled. You almost wonder when someone's going to lose their temper in this one. DiBiase with a flat of the foot, and that is a legal move. And now DiBiase slamming Terry Taylor. We don't know exactly how much time is left in this match, but the tag has been made to Sam Houston. Houston with an elbow. And caught Taylor with a lot of velocity. We've got a couple of minutes left in this match. Both teams being kept abreast of the time. You can bet that the pace will quicken here, if that is possible. Double elbow. The champions using some double teaming tactics. They're taking advantage of the count. There's a lot of pride involved here. Clothesline, and a tremendous clothesline. And Houston landing right on his head as a result of that clothesline from Chris Adams, and Adams with a headbutt, and it is getting aggressive in the squared circle. A kick out, count of two. Referee Carl Fergie down in great position there. There's the tag. Terry Taylor with both feet right to the flat of the stomach. Controversial perhaps, but legal, yes. Taylor with a reverse backbreaker. jamming the stomach right across the knee. And lateral press, I thought he had it right there. And I'm sure so did Terry Taylor. Now Taylor setting Houston for the pile driver. The champion's pulling out the stop, but Houston has elevated Taylor, and in comes Ted DiBiase. It's DiBiase and Taylor, and time is running out in this one. There's a clothesline by DiBiase and an elbow. He's going for the pin. As the seconds elapse here in this opening contest on the Universal Wrestling Federation, DiBiase goes for the leg, and Taylor moves. DiBiase and Taylor competing as fiercely as we have seen them in any. We heard the announcement there, 60 seconds left in this one and counting. Lateral press. And DiBiase kicks out. This match has been all it was billed to be. I was excited when I saw it signed. Now the lateral press by Taylor. And there's a count of two. DiBiase kicking out. Now Taylor dropped that knee pad, and Taylor went for the D-drop with a knee pad lowered, and DiBiase moved, and now DiBiase, yes, he's setting it for the figure four. Taylor kicks out. Taylor also a proponent of the figure four leg lock. DiBiase spinning it. Taylor kicking out. DiBiase going back to that turnbuckle. Time is running out here. DiBiase and Taylor now. With DiBiase cradling it. DiBiase back in the pinning predicament. Taylor kicks out. And the bell has sounded. What a 10-minute time limit tag match this has been. Some great competition here. Four of the finest athletes in professional wrestling today competing at top speed here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. This is a time limit draw. And what a matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more exciting Universal Wrestling Federation action. There's the official decision. It is a draw, and we'll be back with information on the UWF Training Center after this timeout. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Universal Wrestling Federation. Jim Ross back with you. A lot of exciting things happening in the UWF, the national tour, and we'll tell you more about some of those big events and some of the big events in the Midwest, like Chicago and Minneapolis, also coming to the Deep South and the Omni in Atlanta and Columbus, Georgia. We'll talk more about those events in the hour. But another exciting thing that I think has come about in the Universal Wrestling Federation's expansion is the new UWF Training Center. A lot of great athletes have asked on many occasions how they get involved in professional wrestling. How do I become a professional wrestler? Your opportunity is now afforded you. Listen very closely to this message.
The UWF is the fastest growing wrestling organization in the world today, and we'd like for you to be a part of it. The UWF has always taken pride in recruiting the best young stars in wrestling, and now we're proud to announce the opening of the UWF Training Center. It's opening soon and will be the only facility of its kind in the world. If you've ever considered a career in the exciting world of professional wrestling, this is where the road to stardom begins. Whether your future lies in wrestling, managing, or being a valet, there's no better place to start than the UWF Training Center. It's a tough road to the top, and it's certainly not for everyone. But if you think you have what it takes and would like more details on this exciting career opportunity, write to UWF Training Center, P.O. Box 815099, Dallas, Texas, 75381. Classes will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis, so don't delay. And be sure to catch UWF action going coast to coast in 1987.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Vicksburg at 225 pounds, Ken Massey.
Ken Massey being introduced by Mike Wilson here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And that music clearly identifies the opponent of Ken Massey as we await the arrival of Iceman King Parsons. And while we're waiting on the Iceman, I will remind our fans that the Universal Wrestling Federation will be back in Fort Worth, Texas 1 week from tonight. Also, this Wednesday night in San Bernardino at the Arena. This Friday night in Los Angeles at the Olympic Auditorium. 1 week from tonight, the 28th in Irvine, California. Houston, Texas on April 3rd. Chicago, Illinois at the Pavilion on April the 8th. Minneapolis at the Met on April the 10th, the magnificent Superdome in New Orleans on Saturday, April the 11th, Columbus, Georgia, Sunday afternoon, April 12th, and the magnificent Omni in Atlanta, Sunday night, April 12th. Iceman King Parsons scheduled to wrestle here, unless he's changed his wrestling attire wholeheartedly.
Also introducing from St. Louis at 235 pounds, the Iceman King Parsons. Stands 1 fall or 10-minute time limit. Say, man, what is this? I ain't got no beef with Ken Massey, man. How come they didn't send that jailbird out here? That lowlife. He went away and did some time, and he still got an attitude problem. Or what about this sucker 3 shades blacker than a crow, but he still want to be white? I'm talking about that Oreo, Savannah Jack. He's an Oreo. I ain't got no beef with Ken Massey, man. I'm not wrestling him. Get one of them chumps out here right now.
And take the...
I don't have no beef with him. Why don't you get one of them backstabbers out there? See, with friends like them, who need enemies?
Well, he's finally relinquished the microphone, which is a pleasure and a joy. And Iceman Parsons now. That was camouflage. Well, I tell you what, he has turned his back on everything that I thought he believed in. And what I wish that I wish he'd have taken the microphone. What he said about Chris Adams and Savannah Jack, totally distasteful. And now, coming to the ring in his street clothes because Ken Massey's not a worthy opponent. Going Massey over the top rope, that's an automatic disqualification. But the Iceman, it just doesn't matter. He's humiliated Ken Massey. He's got his verbal barrage on Savannah Jack and gentleman Chris Adams. Iceman Parsons. He must be dealt with, and we'll be back with more Universal Wrestling Federation action. The TV title, Savannah Jack will defend against Hot Stuff right after this from the UWF.
I'm standing next to one of the greatest, Ted DiBiase. And Ted, I know from talking to you a little bit earlier that you want that UWF heavyweight title. And you're one man that can say that you have beaten both of the UWF heavyweight champions, Terry Bam Bam Gordy when he had the belt, and also the current champion, the one-man gang. And I know you want that title.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for the kind words, Bruce. I appreciate it. You know, it's frustrating. It really is. I mean, I've been a professional wrestler ever since I walked out of college. And I tell you what, ever since I was the little kid on the block that when they came up and they asked me, they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be just like my dad. I want to be a professional wrestler, and I've grown up to do that. Professional wrestling has been my entire life, and I'm not bragging, but I have held almost every regional title there is to hold. I've been the North American champion. I've held the Intercontinental Championship. I've held a lot of championships. The one that right now that everybody wants is the Universal Heavyweight Championship. It's the only one I haven't had. And you're right, I have pinned Terry Gordy 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. He was the first champion. No contract signed, no title match. I have pinned one-man gang, not once, but twice on television. No contract signed, no title match. So yes, it's very frustrating. And I'm on a campaign right now. I mean, that's my goal. I mean, you get in a business, my business is wrestling. You want to be the best that you can be. And for me to be the best, I have to go out and get the Universal Wrestling Federation heavyweight title, and that is my goal. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to go out and do it. And you know how I feel, Bruce. I mean, it's just, it's a lifetime goal for me to be the best that I can be. You know, my father was a great inspiration to me, you know, and I would like to leave the same legacy for my family as I go on. My little boy grows up, he's like, I want to be like my dad, and I hope that I can do that. I hope that I can accomplish that goal.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Universal Wrestling Federation, the self-proclaimed First Lady of Pro Wrestling, Missy Hyatt, leading her main man, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, to the ring. This is a crossroads. And the dressing room, they had a locked dressing room door. No one was admitted. I wanted to get a few words with them. Nothing doing. Eddie Gilbert has got an ultimatum in this television championship matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match for the UWF television title. Introducing first, accompanied by Missy Hyatt at 225 pounds, from every girl's dream, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
A very talented challenger, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And Missy Hyatt says she wants a championship belt in her trophy case. And we will await in just a moment the arrival of Savannah Jack, the television champion. And with Eddie Gilbert's alignment with Iceman King Parsons, Savannah Jack has got all the motivation that anyone could ever need in this great crowd, cheering this popular man on. He's reigned as a television champion for quite some time and turned back all the top challengers.
And now, the current UWF television champion from Savannah, Georgia, at 250 pounds, Savannah Jack. This match for the UWF television title, one fall or television time remaining.
Well, a good luck kiss, a long good luck kiss from Missy Hyatt. I guess Eddie's used to it. I think most men, that would certainly break my concentration, I'll say that. Carl Fergie assigned this very important matchup by matchmaker Grizzly Smith and Ken Mantell for the UWF Television Championship, one fall or TV time remaining. Savannah Jack with a lightning arm drag. And Gilbert hits the mat with some velocity, and Missy not real pleased thus far, but it's very early, my dear, in this matchup. Nice hip toss. Hip lock takeover by Savannah Jack, who is really honing his wrestling skills. And I'm sure he heard the remarks that Iceman King Parsons made earlier in the hour via the monitors in the locker rooms. Those comments totally distasteful. I'm sure that very, very much on the mind of Savannah Jack. And of course, and Savannah Jack standing firm. He played some college football as a defensive end and an outside linebacker. So he's got a great athletic background. Eddie Gilbert, as we have mentioned here upon occasion, the son of senior referee Tommy Gilbert of the Universal Wrestling Federation, but he's his own man, 100%. And he's former Pro Wrestling Rookie of the Year. Savannah Jack showing his tremendous strength. Both these men in superb condition for this championship matchup. And Savannah Jack with a little slap to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert slapping back, but Savannah Jack just put Gilbert down to his knees. I don't think this is the way. I'm not trying to call Gilbert's strategy, but I don't think this is the way that you're going to be Savannah Jack standing toe-to-toe. He's quite a hoss. 250-pounder, great condition. Works out religiously. Gilbert showing his agility. Gilbert showing his agility, but I think he twisted an ankle. An ankle or a knee coming down there. Gilbert could, well, I don't know if he was playing possum or not. He's limping there. Savannah Jack relaxed, and that was a mistake. I thought Gilbert twisted that knee, and so did referee Carl Fergie, and I guess everybody here, including Savannah Jack, who now is on the defensive. Remember, it was Eddie Gilbert who masterminded the plan that brought Cowboy Bill Watts to the ring. Gilbert has masterminded many, many plans. Former tag team champion. He has molded the careers of Sting and Rick Steiner, which is a tremendous accomplishment. They have really progressed under his guidance. And now with the elbow to Savannah Jack. Lateral press. But the underlying motivation here for Eddie Gilbert is his lady has said she wants a title and this is the night. It's title or else, and I had never got the definition of what or else meant exactly in that context. As Savannah Jack fighting back on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. High elevation, Gilbert in the lights. Savannah Jack opening up now on Hot Stuff. Savannah Jack with a right hand that sends Gilbert right back to the corner. That rocked him. The challenger is in trouble here. And at the 360 and a 720, and the referee goes to the floor. And Savannah Jack with that super kick. Savannah Jack with a super kick. The referee's outside, and here comes the Iceman. Parsons with something in his hand. He's spraying something on that cloth. And you can, that's a horrible odor. You can even smell it back here. Iceman Parsons in the ring. A sucker kick back to the solar plexus. And the Iceman, well, whatever's on that cloth, it's being administered to Savannah Jack. Savannah Jack is out. Savannah Jack is out. The referee is out. Iceman running back to the locker room. Missy Hyatt pushing the official back into the ring, and Gilbert has the TV champion covered. And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. What controversy. This is robbery. This is robbery. Gilbert has just pinned Savannah Jack. And if this is allowed to stand, the referee's raising Gilbert's hand. We have a new Universal Wrestling Federation television champion. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And controversy surrounds this victory. Gilbert, the new television champion. This is robbery. Savannah Jack is out. This is pure grand theft larceny. Gilbert's a new champion. I don't even realize it. And we'll be back. We'll be right back with more UWF action after this timeout. Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, just how far that young man's athletic ability will take him in the world of professional wrestling. It's quite obvious he has all the tools. He's a tremendous athlete, but he will be tested severely here by the Super Ninja here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Steve Cox, former captain, University of Tulsa football team, All-American offensive lineman, and the protege, the man that we were speaking of earlier, the great Dr. Death Steve Williams, who will be back with us in just the next few weeks here in the Universal Wrestling Federation. Steve Cox can rise to the level that Cowboy Bill Watts has brought from his protege, Dr. Death. If Doc can have that same success rate, we can expect great things out of Steve Cox here in the UWF. The Ninja colliding with Cox, but Cox not going down. Cox ready to hit those ropes, but the Ninja deciding better and circling. Single leg pickup by the Ninja. To the side headlock. Cox is in great condition, as is the Super Ninja. Still to come in the hour. Chavo Guerrero, the missing link in tag team action. We'll also see Wild Bill Irwin and a newcomer, the General Skandar Akbar, called the Viking in the hour. The Ninja stomping away at Steve Cox. And as I said, this was Going to be the toughest test to date for young Steve here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. He has gotten deeply involved with Ted DiBiase and Devastation Incorporated. And the Ninja kicking away at the Football All-American from Tulsa, Oklahoma, neckbreaker. And Steve Cox is absorbing a lot of punishment. But he is a fighter, there's no doubt about that. He's got that reputation in this area. And Cox burying that right hand to the midsection of the Ninja. And a second time, that's slowing him down. The Ninja with a headbutt. Cox goes to one knee. And now Cox back to his feet. He's raw, but he's got some potential. Reversal by the Ninja. Hip toss. Cox right back up. Cox evading the Ninja. And Cox, belly to back suplex. Cox is getting bridged. 1, 2, and 3. Steve Cox with a great athletic move. And Cox stays clean here on television with a spotless one-loss record. Steve Cox with the victory. And we'll have more exciting action after this from the UWF.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first from Pensacola, Florida, at 229 pounds, Mike Boyette. Also introducing at 260 pounds, the Red Shadow.
The Red Shadow and Mike Boyette will provide the competition for high-flying Chavo Guerrero and the missing link. And there is a little side note to this team, and we'll let you see that as it develops here in just a few moments. We want to remind you once again, Chavo looking forward to being back in Southern California this Wednesday night in San Bernardino. This Friday night in Los Angeles at the Olympic Auditorium this Friday night. Tickets on sale at all Ticketron outlets in the Los Angeles area. Great seats are still available. Friday night, 8 o'clock, Olympic Auditorium in L.A. Also coming to Irvine. Saturday night, the 28th. Houston on the 3rd of April. Chicago on the 8th of April. Minneapolis the 10th of April. And the Superdome in New Orleans on Saturday, April the 11th. And in the Omni in Atlanta. Finally, Sunday, April 12th. The missing link making the world tour. And there was our surprise, Dark Journey. Taking another few days off as a result of an injury that she sustained with Sunshine in Albuquerque. She will be back in action soon. The doctor's just about ready to release her. She should be back any day.
From Fountain Valley, California, at 225 pounds, Chavo Guerrero. And from parts unknown at 265 pounds, the missing link. Also in their corner, the lovely Nicola. This match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit.
That young lady certainly no stranger to the wrestling fans here in the Universal Wrestling Federation or many other wrestling federations as far as that's concerned. Nicola, good friend of Dark Journey, standing in for DJ as we hear and see the bell sounding here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Dark Journey back in action just a few days. She's convalescing very well. Nice move by Chavo Guerrero, one of the most exciting athletes in this sport of professional wrestling, and his partner one of the most unorthodox, if not the most unorthodox man in pro wrestling. Chavo reversing Mike Boyette. Chavo inside, got inside Boyette, and a slam. Guerrero, former high school wrestling coach in El Paso, Texas, now proudly makes his home in Fountain Valley, California. I want to thank the folks who are watching us this fine Saturday morning on KCOP, the great independent channel 13. Great drop kick by Chavo Guerrero and the Red Shadow, a masked man we know nothing about. But we do know that he is being punished at this point in time. Now, nice reversal. He's a big, powerful man. Chavo with a headbutt. Chavo Guerrero with a headbutt, and down goes the Red Shadow. Mike Boyette coming into the ring very unceremoniously. But now, it's Boyette and the Red Shadow. They were double teaming, but no longer. The missing link headbutting Mike Boyette into oblivion, and Guerrero up on the top. Chavo Guerrero Chavo Guerrero did not hit that maneuver. There goes Boyette into the post. The red shadow moved away from Chavo Guerrero. And that high-risk maneuver by Chavo did not find a home. You don't see that very often. There's a flying body press. Guerrero's got his leg. Can he hold him? Yes, he can. Chavo Guerrero with a victory. And that shows what kind of man he is. Man, he took a fall there, and he still come back for the victory. Chavo Guerrero in the league victorious. And we'll be back with more exciting Universal Wrestling Federation action after this brief timeout. Making his UWF debut. 265-pounder to the Wild Bill Irwin, starting out against Jeff Rates here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And Akbar likes it done quick and dirty. And it's Irwin taking over on Rates. Irwin with the elbow. Wild Bill Irwin, one of the most physical men in pro wrestling today. There's a tag. Here comes the Viking for our first look at this big man. Viking hammering away at Jeff Rates. Rates fighting back. The young Dallas, Texas native fighting back, but the Viking just too big and strong. Viking with a knee, solid knee right to the solar plexus. Now the Viking hammering away. There's the tag. In comes Wild Bill Irwin. Irwin right across the back of Jeff Rates. Into the ropes they go. Rates with a kick. That'll let him make the tag. In comes Bobby Perez. Perez now full of fight. Perez with the right hands, backing Bill Irwin into the ropes. High elevation. Irwin upstairs. Perez now with a side headlock. Irwin, belly-to-back suplex, falling away with Bobby Perez. And that could easily be the turning point in this contest, as Perez landed right on his head. Irwin with that kick right to the face. That's a devastating maneuver. 1, 2, and 3. Wild Bill Irwin and the Viking winners here on the UWF. And we'll be back with more after this from the Universal Wrestling Federation.
Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams. And guys, you had one terrific match earlier on in this hour with two great competitors, Ted DiBiase and Sam Houston. Chris?
It's nice to have a match like that once in a while, Bruce. You know, lots of people, they enjoy a rugged wrestling match. You know, maybe say the Freebirds against us or Gilbert and Sting against us. But once in a while, I like, and I'm sure you people like, to have a true scientific wrestling match. That's what it's all about, wrestling. And I tell you what, two opponents like Sam Houston, he's a young boy. He's very good. He really has a lot of potential. And of course, DiBiase, Ted DiBiase has been in this business a long time, so he's one of the masters of professional wrestling. I enjoyed it, Terry. What about you?
It was great. It was a heck of a challenge. I felt like we showed what we were made of, because it didn't turn into a Pier 6 brawl, and we pitted two of the better wrestling teams in a wrestling contest. And that's exactly what it was. It was a contest. The time limit ran out, which I think all four of us were a little bit disappointed, because everybody who's a champion or aspiring to be a champion wants to see who the better team is. And Chris and I have worked out long and hard to get to where we are, and we know that we have to keep going, and we have to keep working to stay where we are. And we are not going to be paper champions and turn our backs on competition because we think they're too tough. Because we don't feel like there's a team in the world today that can beat us when we're at our best. But even at our worst, we can give anybody a run for their money, counting on Freebirds or Iceman or Gilbert, anybody like that. So we did turn back the challenge at Ted DiBiase, who I have the utmost respect for, and Sam Houston, who gives it his all and never knows the meaning of the word quit. Well, neither do we, and we just feel like we have our teamwork. We're meshing better and better as time goes by, and we feel like as it goes longer down the road and the longer we're the champions, the better hold we're going to have on these. And we just thank the people for the support, and we hope to have more and more matches.
You know, Terry, it seems like we've only just scratched the surface. I mean, since I've joined the UWF, I mean, it goes to so many more markets than I used to, and it's good to have you as a partner.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Earlier in the hour, a new UWF television champion was crowned. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert defeating, if you can call it that, the Savannah Jack. This situation was out-and-out robbery, no doubt about it. Let's go back in time earlier in the hour and show you just exactly what transpired. The challenger is in trouble here. And the 360 and a 720, and the referee goes to the floor. And Savannah Jack with that super kick. Savannah Jack with a super kick. The referee's outside, and here comes the Iceman. Parsons with something in his hand. He's spraying something on that cloth. And you can, that's a horrible odor. You can even smell it back here. Iceman Parsons in the ring. A sucker kick right to the solar plexus, and the Iceman with whatever's on that cloth. It's being administered to Savannah Jack. Savannah Jack is out. Savannah Jack is out. The referee is out. Iceman running back to the locker room. Missy Hyatt pushing the official back into the ring, and Gilbert has the TV champion covered. And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. What controversy. This is robbery. This is robbery. Gilbert has just pinned Savannah Jack. And if this is allowed to stand, the referee's raising Gilbert's hand. We have a new Universal Wrestling Federation television champion. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And controversy surrounds this victory. Gilbert, the new television champion. This is robbery. Savannah Jack is out. This is pure grand theft larceny. Well, quite obviously, ladies and gentlemen, the Universal Wrestling Federation not going to let that situation stand. We'll have a closer look at that here next week on the program. Something's got to be done. Once the film is reviewed, I'm sure something will be done about this situation. As I mentioned, the Universal Wrestling Federation throughout this great land of ours, coming to Southern California, coming to San Bernardino, also to Los Angeles, Olympic Auditorium, to Irvine, at the Brennan Event Center on the University of California at Irvine campus, the great city of Houston, Texas, also Chicago, Illinois on April the 8th, Minneapolis, the Met on April the 10th, the Magnificent Superdome in New Orleans on April the 11th, also in Columbus, Georgia for the first time on Sunday afternoon, April the 12th, and the Magnificent Omni in Atlanta on Sunday night, April the 12th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an exciting hour. We're going to recap a little bit of what has gone on in the hour. We will strictly address and very precisely address next week the situation involving General Skandar Akbar and the Freebird family. Also, we'll closely look at the television title situation. We've got some great matches next week. The tag team titles will be on the line. Now let's go back and look at this great hour that we've had here on the Universal Wrestling Federation.